This is the Ministry of Silly Talk.
Silly Talk. Ministry of Silly Talk.
This is the Ministry.
This is the Ministry of
Silly Talk. This is the Ministry of
Silly Talk.
Thank you for listening to my Daddy's Stupid Podcast. And remember, his head is full of doo-doo, so don't listen to anything he says.
That's very funny.
And we're back. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Ministry of Silly Talk podcast. I'm Graham.
I'm Josh.
And Josh has something very important to tell you
comment,
people.
Subscribe on everything. YouTube, podcast apps, socials, wherever you get podcasts. And you know, we're kind of climbing up the view count, getting on some feeds and some algorithms. So liking, comment, and subscribing is really going to help a lot.
Yeah, should have got in at the ground floor. You should have got in back when it was 40 views. Now it's 140. You better get in line, folks.
Keep on pushing.
That's right. Hustling over here as always. And don't forget that this podcast and all semblances of Ministry of Silly Talk and One Gram Army presents are brought to you by Shirt Caviar, shirtcaviar.com. Shirt yourself all the way down to your pants. That was fine.
That's a good one. I like
and
that.
we're, you know, if Tony starts doing Pod Caviar again, I'll start pumping that again. Also, to be honest, there is a real thing that's going to happen, and I my plan is on November 1st. You will no longer be able to access old episodes of the One Gram Army podcast or the other previously defunct podcast, the Sports with Capital F podcast, without subscribing to patreon.com/One Gram Army Presents. I'm going to put it all over there. I'm going to make a best of compilation and stick it over there.
Okay.
Drive some traffic. And you came into this podcast at the end of that run. That you can see sort of how it was built. There'll be more inside jokes.
Yeah,
you know?
now you can kind of see the inception of the podcast.
Yeah.
It's really just us hanging out like we always have, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it always was. But now that we're blowing up, I just want to make sure
now
that
we're
you
getting
have
in
the
the
option
living rooms
of
and cars and offices around the country.
Well, right, one guy in every country on earth, essentially, and that's
watching our podcast.
That's where it starts.
I mean, what else can you ask for?
Where it starts. That's how the infection begins.
That's right.
And
we got a real important piece of business.
The most important.
I mean, we're going to keep driving this home until one of you guys has to drive one of us home, I guess. 847-665-9238. That is a Ministry of Silly Talk hotline. We need some action there, please.
Currently none. Still, 847-665-9238.
Oh, it's 847 and 665. It's 92. It's 38. If you put those letters or those numbers in a combination on your phone, you can text us ridiculous questions, comments, stories, and we can comment on those situations.
I'm bailing on even asking anyone to call. Just text us.
Well, and you know, you're
texting constantly, you're cheating on your spouse, whatever you're up to. Just text us also and tell us about it.
Text us about that spouse cheating.
And again, also use this phone number instead of stuff. Use this phone number. Hey, sign this petition. Use the phone number. Have somebody leave us a message.
Who are you voting for? I'm actually voting for 847-665-9238. If you call them, they'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Have them call.
Exactly. You get an argument with someone on the internet, and you go, oh, if you really think you can have this conversation in person, tell them to dial 847-665-9238. And write it on the bathroom stalls. We've been over this so many times.
So many ideas. Please.
Oh, man. And some of you may notice my Halloween decorations. The chains I put on my microphone stand don't actually show in the video, so that was a bit of a fail.
Mine are there, though.
Yeah, you can see yours perfectly. Yeah, you can see the whole thing.
Now, if we were to turn off the lights momentarily, could we?
Yes. They kind of have to go outside, but you could take a whack at it. Turn that one off over there, and then you'd have to turn that off. It's got a little switch on the back of it. Let's see. It's like on the front, actually. There's like a little switch right there. Yeah, like thumb down. Yeah, there you go. Is it glowing? Turn that off real quick. Let's see here. No, not really. Now you gotta turn all the lights back on. But anyway, yes, the Halloween decorations I put up, they are here, but they are also to give foreshadowing to the upcoming Halloween episode. We won't discuss it now, but it's going to be a good one.
We're going to do one next week, and it'll be fun.
You don't want to miss it, and I hope you're all excited about Halloween. When you came in the house today, did you notice anything different, like, at all when you came in to the house? You went to the refrigerator. Did you notice anything that had changed?
I'll be honest, I did not.
Okay. And this is what I wanted to talk about at the top here. So yesterday, I did a bunch of like housework that I'd been putting off.
Okay.
And here's what I did. Just in the area you walked through, I repainted all the door jambs and the chair railing, and I painted the refrigerator. Because if you live in the South and you have a white refrigerator, sometimes there's like rust spots on it and stuff. And it looks like a brand new refrigerator. Huh. This is not a commentary on you not noticing things.
Well, no, because I am a male,
yeah.
For one. For two, I'm your buddy.
Yeah, what do you give? Yeah.
So I didn't even know you had...
Like rust on the refrigerator?
Well, all the things you just said I didn't know you had until you got to refrigerator. Yeah. And I definitely didn't know that your refrigerator... Because I've been in your refrigerator probably 150 times.
Easy.
And never knew there was rust there. So you fixing said rust would not bring my... You painting... chair rail, as you say.
Yeah.
Didn't even know you had chair rail.
Josh, yeah, I was just going to say, do you know where my chair rail is? See, and here is the whole thing. Yesterday, I felt very productive. I felt really like I had been putting all these things off, all of these like minor aesthetic things. And God knows there's many more of them. I did all of it. And it was somewhat satisfying to do it because I notice...
Well, it's your house. You're the one who's paid for it. It's, And I
notice it more than a normal person, but it did leave me thinking. I was like, there's like, work you put off because you work, right? And the end result of the work is it just looks normal.
Yeah.
Like I was like, taping things off and laying down paper and like doing windowsills and like painting around the glass. And when I got done, I was like, oh, okay, this just now doesn't look
bad.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate thing is if you don't take those steps and spend that time and a little bit of money, then it's going to look worse and worse and worse and worse.
Eventually it would be noticeable, but it's also,
it is a little defeating. I could see where you're.
I could have been doing something else.
Yeah. Because you're doing something you don't want to do at all.
Yeah.
And it's not really making that. It's like when your grass gets out. But it's like when your grass gets out of hand.
Yeah.
And you get out there and it's hot and it's mid-July and you don't want to be out there, but you cut it. You can instantly see how much better that grass looks.
Of course.
When you hit the chair rail and your boy comes over to do a podcast, he didn't even know you had a fucking chair rail.
I'm just I haven't really thought it through any further than that, but it was like an output of work to get back to zero.
See, I kind of akin that to washing your car.
Yeah.
Because you wash your car just for you.
Yeah, true.
Right? You're the one who's enjoying the car. You're the one who needs to think it looks cool.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a married man or, somebody who's not trying to impress broads with your car.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like...
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, like I go wash my car and it takes me an hour, 2 hours, and I spend money.
You're just back to zero.
And then now it just looks like I should be paying this car note.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. There's like all this work you can do that just takes you back to... Well, that's what you're supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to look.
It's like cleaning your house. I feel that way with Candace because she puts in the blood, sweat, and tears keeping that house nice.
Yeah.
And, I don't do that, but it's like I see the time she puts in and it's just to keep it.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. And I feel slightly differently about like cleaning up, like tidying and like not like.
That's a different level of effort.
But because the effort to like, I'm going to take this
painting is annoying as hell.
And painting and I did all that. And again, when I finished, I was like, oh, this feels great. And I kind of undid everything. And this morning I came out and I was like, oh, well, this just looks like it's supposed to look. And I did it. So there's still places where I'm like, well, I didn't do that right.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't really know where that was going, but it was my first thought today was
Well,
like,
no, it's a
I'm
valid-
going to ask Josh when he gets here
If he noticed.
if he noticed that the door jams in the living room are look slightly less aged.
Yeah. You're not making major changes. You're not doing nose jobs here. You know what I'm saying?
And
You trimmed your beard and you expect me to notice. You didn't even pop a pimple. You trimmed your damn beard.
No,
Yeah.
no, I painted I also was like, oh, I got all this paint left, and I was like, my refrigerator doesn't look good, and I was like, and I painted the refrigerator, and I did before the podcast. I was like, you know what? I wonder if Josh is going to notice.
Were you hoping I'd come in and be like, damn, these door jams look great. Bro, what the fuck? Did you get a new fridge?
Dude, there's a reason I didn't tell you about the door jams, because if you really started looking at them, they don't look great.
They don't even necessarily look like they're supposed to.
Right. It's just all this white trim paint, and it's fine. It's fine. And the refrigerator is the same paint as the chair rails.
I still don't know what that is. And I'm kind of in the construction business.
You work around houses and construction things. We all have a blind spot, but it was unfortunate that I was like, I notice it when I sit in there. I'm like, okay, this looks slightly less janky, and it is literally work I've been putting off since I don't know, before COVID.
There's a cathartic part of that. These are things that
weighs on you while you're walking around the house.
It's
you're like,
something
this
else
paint's
that you don't have to
chipping.
deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you got stuff that you continue to have to deal with every week or every day or whatever. So it's like, now, a couple years, I don't have to worry about these door jams.
No, and it does, and it starts falling apart. But yeah, I did. I was like, I'm gonna ask him if he noticed.
I'm sorry.
No, your answer was correct, and the one I assumed I would get.
Good.
Like, hey, man. No, actually, I did not notice.
I didn't even know you had door jams.
Yeah, I did not notice you used trim paint on your refrigerator. There's beer in there, and I need to get to that.
I've noticed more of the figurines on your wall than the fact that you had a chair rail. But, we have a normal male relationship where that's the things that we notice.
No, it's probably
Now,
for the
Candace
best.
may have known it. Like, if Candace were to come over on the reg like I did,
Yeah.
she may have and
She may have been like, "Oh yeah, you did the door jam."
She would have said something to me. I think
Yeah.
he may have got somebody to paint those door jams.
Yeah.
I'd be look at him again. He probably did it himself.
The telltale sign of the door jam that I paint, and this is good content here, is that so the door jam has the sides though where it's attached to the wall. If that is from an angle that you're not going to be perceiving it at, that did not get painted. If you walked around the door jams I painted with a dentist's mirror and we're looking at the back sides where you don't approach the door, you know what I mean? Like you don't approach the door
I
jam
exactly know what you mean.
perpendicularly.
We painted a house for a client. It was a little bit slow.
We might not want to record this.
That's fine. He doesn't listen. It was a little slow.
Everybody listens.
It was a little slow at the beginning of the summer, right? So his client, who I'm also a friend with,
Yeah.
it was like, he flips houses. He's like, I got this house you guys can paint, for X amount. And I'm like, oh, I could use X amount. I'm not a house painter. And
No.
I've never delved into that.
No.
So we get over there, and it is a tiny house, dude. It is a maybe 900 square foot house.
Oh, can be.
And I'm in hell. Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, it's tiny, and we are in hell. And it was like, what's those walls? They're not normal. It's not sheetrock walls. Paneling. The wood paneling walls.
And you got to paint that?
Yeah. So I'm painting. I had to get in the cracks. And
And those cracks are like real, like porous, and I know that was bleeding through.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
It was a tough look. But we got paid. It's fine.
Yeah, but all of this to say, this is some damn good content here. And I will say that if you are out there and there's housework that you're putting off, that to which there is no reward, it's just something aesthetic and no one but you will notice, do it and then live in the world I live in where you go, I could have put it off for another week.
That could have waited a year.
I put it off for many years. Although I do, to be fair, I feel a bit of satisfaction walking around. But it was the question I had in my head was like, I wonder if Josh is going to notice that, like, it's just like a little bit brighter in here. You know, they look a little, but no, and that you're not supposed to.
No.
I
mean, no one who doesn't live here would. I don't think, unless you had let it get to the point where it was noticeably bad.
Right? Yeah, like it was like covered.
That's
in
the thing.
mold
Like
and,
when you
like,
fix something that's noticeably bad, then it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, when you just
even
maintain something.
Even then, if you fix something that was noticeably bad and someone who's never been to your house comes over, they'll just be like, well, that looks normal and actually a little fucked up. You fucked this up. And why does it look like
You
this?
should probably call this contractor back. He seems like a dipshit. Look at
some idiot just ignored this whole part of the molding.
Well, like, how bad would you feel like if I walked in, I was like, dude, you didn't pay someone to do this chair railing. You didn't pay for this chair railing, right? And like, if that was the first thing I said, I
would have died. I would have passed away on the floor immediately.
For one, you had an aneurysm for the fact that I knew that you had chair railing.
Noticed it, yeah.
The fact that I figured it was
I figured it was a 50-50 that you knew what chair railing was. That's where I was at. I was like,
I guess, is it the railing that's in the middle of the wall that doesn't have any purpose?
Yes,
okay,
that is true.
good.
Yeah, the idea like you back.
Yeah, no, I just realized the purpose.
No, you would know it. You would know it if you saw it. You know, we hadn't looked at it in a long time, and I don't know if we've ever even looked at it on this podcast.
No, we've seen Lazy Tongue.
Oh, yeah, we've seen this lady, but I don't think we've seen it with this crowd. I'm just trying to move us away from home improvements.
I was going to get that report done as soon as possible, but hopefully it will be on Tuesday, okay? There should be no problem in getting your order processed. Thank you.
I was wondering if I could get the report to you on maybe Monday or Tuesday, because I've been very busy right now, and our computer...
Traffic jam in the mouth is my favorite, and I don't even really understand what she's talking about.
Maybe Monday or Tuesday, because I've been very busy right now, and our computer system is down. Thank you very much.
Mr. Jones, I was wondering, is that report going to be due on Tuesday? Oh, great, Mr. Jones. I'll get it done for you. No problem. There should be no problem with this. I want to know why the reports were not done in time. I want to know where they are. I want to know why they were not done correctly.
It's been a while since we've discussed this particular woman and her advice about how not to speak. I think the first takeaway is that's kind of how she's really covered a large swath
of how people speak. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my thing is, what is so wrong with these ways of speaking?
Is there any part of this where you felt like you didn't know what she was saying?
Let's start from the beginning and see if I would fire and or not work with this.
We'll do each one. Yeah. Which one is this?
I was gonna get
lazy tongue. Yeah, lazy tongue is a.
All right, before you play it. Okay, I'm gonna ask Lazy Tongue to do something. Hey, will you take care of this for me?
Yep. Okay.
I was going to get that report done as soon as possible, but hopefully it will be on Tuesday, okay?
You know what? You're not doing a damn thing, are you? You lazy tongue, you ain't doing shit. All right, let's see. Okay.
Lazy tongue is fired.
Lazy tongue's fired. Okay. Before we get into tight-lipped, let's make it. Okay, I need these reports, and I need them soon.
Okay. All right.
No problem in getting your order processed. Thank you.
I was wondering.
Tight-lipped, I'm keeping.
I don't think she had any problem with that.
No problem in getting your order processed.
She almost sounds like the recording tight-lipped.
Yeah, she's the telephone customer service representative.
Quite professional.
This is
all right. So why were things not done in the manner that I requested?
This one has.
I was wondering if I could get the report to you on maybe Monday or Tuesday, because I've been very busy right now, and our computer system is down. Thank you very much.
You're fired.
Oh my god.
You know goddamn well she's fired.
But see, to me though, like, it's sort of unfair to the voice type because the situation is like I was incapable of doing
it
this.
It doesn't fit the job description. That voice doesn't fit the computer system description.
Right, but I'm saying I think that if you were being magnanimous, this person would be allowed to work in your company, and all they're doing is going, "Hey, I was super busy. Can I get to this to you later?" The problem is
they have a traffic jam in their mouth.
Right. Big picture, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, no, and at the end of the day, no, okay, they're
At
not
the end
fired.
of the
They're
day,
not fired.
yeah,
They're not
dude,
fired, yeah.
this person literally like has, doesn't say anything about their abilities. It's the unfair thing about this video is when she starts doing like 90s impressions of people with disabilities, like as if it's something you would like run into at work and
like,
have to deal with.
Don't
Like,
hire this person.
right?
Yeah.
You could understand what she's like. You can't get a job if you talk like this.
Be Monday or Tuesday because I've been very busy right now and our computer system
Someone who talks like that does not have the ability to not talk like that.
is down. Thank you very much.
Right. Is that like, does someone who comes in for a job interview who talks like that not understand at her advanced age
is
that
there
that's
a
what
way
you
of
sound
like
like?
being lazy in the way you talk? I don't understand that.
No, she's making the whole video
Is made up. Yeah.
is her making fun of people with speech impediments and be like, if you go to a job interview, you better not.
Don't have a speech impediment.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones, I was wondering, is that report going to be due on Tuesday? Oh, great, Mr. Jones. I'll get it done for you. No problem.
Except that doesn't exist. And also,
And if it did exist, I'm fine with. If I'm Mr. Jones,
yeah.
Thank you, Susan.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Keep it
She's giving
pushing.
certain voices unfair preference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, is she here?
Yeah, because she's like, oh, yes, I'll get it done. But the person with the traffic jam in their mouth, I'm sorry. I didn't
But
get
now
it
all of
done.
these are
Like-
considered unacceptable.
Yeah, right. That's what she's
But
telling
she's not
you.
saying, "Yeah, Mr. Jones, I'll get it done for you."
Right, no, see what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
okay,
the
yeah.
voice is not...
I got you.
The ones,
the
if you were-
redact voice is not quite
No.
as impressive as the quick voice.
Right, and the script itself is like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm your cheerleader. And it's like, okay, that's an unacceptable way to talk, but it's better than the person who's like, I can't get it done. Like, that's really ridiculous.
The computer is the problem.
There should be no problem with this. I want to know why the reports were not done in time. I want to know where they are. I want to know why they were not done correctly.
That lady is fired. I don't want if I'm Mr. Jones,
Yeah, but also her eyes
what does she
make
do
that
there?
clipped lip jaw clipper much worse.
Yeah.
Like she is staring. Look at that.
Yeah, see, that's not a speech thing. This is like a character she's doing.
Yeah, no, this is a
She's
complete
had enough.
attitude situation.
Yeah.
There should be no problem with this. I want to know why the reports were not done in time. I want to know where they are. I want to know why they were not done correctly.
I really... It's the reason why that video is the gift that keeps on giving, because there's so much to it.
Well, my question with all type of stuff like this is, what's the original? What's the original? What are y'all trying to get across?
What's the context here?
Yeah, and-
I think it's for people looking for employment and how not to talk. But again, that's not like a teachable skill. Seems like if you had a traffic jam in the mouth all the time since you were a child, this
That's
wouldn't
just how
be
you
the
talk.
this wouldn't be the thing to focus on as far as getting a job is concerned.
And this
right?
this video is not going to change your way of talking.
Because to be honest, if you have trouble getting a job, you can always start your own business.
These people know what they want. Why? Because before they bought replacement windows, they sent for this free book. It's got all the questions answered on prime replacement windows, and they're going to
at
find
the
peace of
staples
mind
there.
with Super Sage Window Company. So if you're serious about replacement windows, call 583-4855, and I'll send you this book. Better yet, I'll bring it myself. We'll get serious together. Call Super Sage at 583-4855.
Better yet.
Super Sage.
I'll bring
That
it
guy has a
myself.
speech impediment that where I grew up we call being from Chicago.
Look at your boy with the red sleeves. Let's show him the window.
One more time.
These people know what they want. Why? Because before they
I don't know why this video has just become the linchpin of this podcast, but it's so good. Look at this guy.
He goes, why? Let me tell you.
I'll send you this, but I'll come to your crib with this
bought
book.
replacement windows, they sent for this free book. Got all the
He is
questions
with this.
answered on prime replacement windows, and they're going to find peace of mind with Super Sage Window Company. So if you're serious about
Stapled
replacement
himself.
windows, call 583-4855, and I'll send you this book. Better yet, I'll bring it myself. We'll get serious together. Call Super Sage at 583-4855. Super Sage.
Super Sash. It's the Super Sash
Better
Window
yet.
Company.
I'll come over and we'll get serious together. He's not leaving without you buying a window.
No.
A house full of windows, neighborhood full of
Your
windows.
whole house. Yeah, you got family who has windows. We're coming for you. It does sort of circle back to I do have some work to do on the windows in this house too, and I was like, I better not call anybody about that. I don't want anybody coming over here and getting serious together
because the thing is, they're
windows.
going to give you a number, that is higher than you paid for the damn house.
Yeah.
You're like, wait,
Oh,
I
yeah.
paid this for the house, and you want this for the windows?
For the windows. Yeah, no, we're not participating in that. I don't know how we've done it exactly, but we kind of are at the point where we could take a break.
I mean, when you're consummate professionals that get over 100 views per week.
That's right. We're at 132
happens
views. We
easy.
can do whatever we want,
it
man.
happens
We
easy.
do it super good. You know what? Before we go to the break.
And then I was able to restrain him and subdue him on the ground with a full Nelson. Then once you guys arrived, I let him go.
I was never in a full Nelson, though.
Alright.
Okay.
Restrain both his arms.
Well,
I was never in a
for sake of conversation, he said that. It's neither here nor there. We're trying to get to the bottom of what's going on tonight.
Okay, but
so what's going
a
on
full
tonight?
Nelson never
Okay,
happened.
it didn't happen.
Obviously, you're believing shit that
No.
didn't happen.
Well, you weren't talking to me before, so I need to figure something out,
And
right?
this motherfucker is a fucking liar. He never had
Well,
me in
here's
a
the
full
thing.
Nelson.
All right, we'll finish that video after the break. We'll see you in a minute.
Folks, head on over to shirtcaviar.com. We got a wide selection of shirts for every occasion. We got the Time's Up Dolphins, got to get them out of here. We got the Jesus with the Newsy, perfect for Easter. We got the Doubt the Voices, whoa. We got Tiger Woods, holy crap, a fan favorite. And last but not least, we got Big Purr Aesthetic, Volume 1, all at shirtcaviar.com. And remember to use code OGA for 10% off your order at shirtcaviar.com.
And it's the return of the Mac.
Though I try,
Return of the Mac. Yeah. That's how we were coming back in.
We're back.
There you go. We got to finish off this full Nelson video, which is an important part of your life.
Said that. It's neither here nor there. We're trying to get to the bottom of what's going on tonight.
Okay, but
so what's going
a
on
full
tonight?
Nelson never happened.
Okay,
So
then
That's what's going on
obviously
tonight.
You're believing shit that
No.
didn't happen.
Well, you weren't talking to me before, so I need to figure something out,
And
right?
this
And we're back.
And we're back.
And we did actually lose a little bit of, most of the best part of this podcast, but it'll be better now.
We're not going to say it was gold, but it wasn't
No.
silver.
Yeah, well, and we had recorded it, but it just didn't make it in here. But we're back from the break, and, we're just digging through the crates here for fantastic content. It's a pitfall of podcasting and YouTubing is various copyright situations.
Oh, yeah. I don't see
I
that. My
mean-
mind don't even think that way.
So it's hard to tell with one like that, but there are people on the internet helping us out by making, what I would refer to as like royalty-free versions of songs that you don't have to worry about copyright infringement, but they're indistinguishable from the original article.
Okay. That's good.
I'm gonna say the candy shop, eh? Need the lollipop. Need the candy shop. Yo, need the candy shop. Oh, need the candy shop. Hey, buddy.
You know what I'm saying?
Whose grandma's is?
I don't know. I'm just saying that was the perfect way to play Candy Shop
Uncopyrighted, yeah.
without any sort of copyright situation.
Yeah, but like, what if you wanted to play Lifestyle?
I think that's about as good as you would do right there. You would maybe have to, the difference, to be fair. That one's really difficult because it's sort of like listening to a karaoke version of a song. There's like some versions.
But I mean, he said he would be getting
This isn't great royalty-free music.
You feel that? Oh, shit.
What?
I was disturbed.
Yeah, I get it.
Recognize that?
Yeah, is what I was waiting for.
He did it. Wait for it. You missed it.
Do you feel that?
Can you feel that?
Oh, shit.
That was what you were waiting for.
Okay. I never heard of it.
Yeah. It's actually better than the original, really, if you're being honest about it. I don't know. We're on the topic of music, and I need to put something on here, so let's check this guy out. Spider-Man playing the accordion, and then we'll get into something real
Well, how
important.
do you combine these two things?
Poorly.
You don't successfully.
Yeah, don't combine Spider-Man and accordion.
Spider-Man and accordion playing with also hanging off the side of a building.
Yeah, with some sort of really janky
Contraption.
harness situation. I have no
That
idea what was
slams
going on
him into
there.
the brick. Let's try that again. I just want to see.
Yeah, one more time.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's his end game?
The accordion makes the noise too, though. At the end, the accordion. He plays. It's like Mozart. He writes his own requiem, and it's like.
He keeps going. Once it settles, he goes back into it and starts playing notes again.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not fatally injured, and they're paying me. Happy anniversary. Okay, one more time. Okay, I don't blame you. I'm sorry. Wait, I got nothing else. Watch this. I genuinely don't enjoy playing videos of like people being injured, but he was fine.
Was fine, dude.
He was fine.
His pride was the only thing that was injured, and the fact that he was already playing the accordion and.
I forgot about this folder of videos. I usually don't bring them up, but we do. We needed like a
judge.
Yeah, we needed a shot of energy in here because we did like 10 minutes of coming back for the break that doesn't even exist anymore. But I'm starting to forget what that even was, as a result of this. You've worked in restaurants all over the world.
And people, every time you tell them a plate is hot, their first reaction is,
yeah. This is far more silly. I want you to consider this as a dish. So this is a dish in a restaurant, a very specific dessert that I cannot imagine is not just a troll, but this is a real video from like a food blogger from a few years ago.
Okay.
And this is the dessert they
and
serve.
it's probably $70.
Yeah.
$800.
Estamos encargados, 100% colombiano, está un poco tibio. Puede masajear sus manos y le invitamos a
Chocolate syrup.
Yeah. Pour it into your hands, and they tell you to just lick the syrup off of your hands. Oh, and now you. The person filming this is almost undoubtedly selling this.
Has to be.
To people who want to see
Because look at the
this.
angle. They're standing up,
Yeah.
for one. They're going from customer to customer. Why could you not just pour that in my bowl and let me hit it with a spoon?
Right. Well, and there's also the part of that leads me to believe that either those people sucked and they knew they were like food bloggers who were like, we're going to give them a dessert as we're going to pour chocolate on their hands and make them lick it off. Or that's a dessert they sell to certain people. The guy goes, I can sell these videos.
Yeah, or like they hit just certain people with that and
Yeah.
charge them astronomically for something stupid.
Could be, well, but there has to be a hilarious aspect to it where everyone around knows that's ridiculous. There's no
no way
chance in
that's-
hell there's
no,
a
that's not
restaurant
genuine.
where that's like their signature dessert is they pour chocolate all over your hands.
No, those waiters are making fun of those people. There's just no way. What if there was a way that you could snap your fingers and make a condition, let's say, go away?
Yeah.
What do you think would be the? If you could snap your fingers and make a condition go away, what would you do?
I don't know. I don't have any conditions. I don't really
you
know
sure?
what you're talking about.
If I snap my fingers, you forget that you were ever gay.
I was never gay.
Exactly.
Wait, no, stop.
Yes.
No,
Wait,
stop.
no.
You can't, I was never gay.
Okay.
No, I was never gay.
Sure.
You can't just state something, then snap your fingers, and then be like, I was never gay.
If you say so.
It just is the greatest bit.
Well, that bit is so good, and we've said a couple times already in this podcast.
They haven't heard it. This is all new.
But no, you can literally text that sentence, and it still is funny. You know what I mean? You text somebody with the emoji of a snapping finger. That if I snap my fingers, you'll forget you were ever gay, and then hit them with that.
It's such a good bit. Well, and that's the other thing, too, is I just cannot escape the idea that this... I don't know how it missed all of us, but this came from somewhere. There is somewhere where
This
kid...
is a street joke from
Yeah,
somewhere,
there is
yeah.
a street joke somewhere along in history where someone did this. A magician, getting heckled in 1700... was like, sir, come up here. When I snap my fingers, you'll forget you're ever gay. And everyone in the crowd was like, oh,
Yeah.
And that guy got really mad.
Yeah, no. To be the first guy that ever gayed and snapped on, are you kidding me?
Imagine if it happened to you.
If that were to happen to me in the supermarket today, I'd get in a fight, I think.
But it's like, how did I get through middle school
And not know that this joke
and not
existed.
know that this bit existed?
If I snap my fingers, you forget that you were ever gay.
I was never gay.
Exactly.
Well, the way the guy looks around.
Exactly is my favorite part of the whole bit. It happens very
If
early on.
I snap my
I was
fingers,
never gay. And he says, exactly.
You forget that you were ever gay.
I was never gay.
Exactly.
Wait, no, stop.
Yes. Yes.
No, stop.
No, stop. You can't. I was never gay.
Okay.
No, I was never gay.
Sure.
You can't just
he said.
state something, then snap your fingers, and then be like, I was never gay.
If you say so. If
That's some good shit.
That is some very good shit.
It's high level nonsense.
It really
it's peak.
Because there's no feasible argument to that. There's literally none. I mean, if you can think of one, please regale me with that.
I was never gay. Exactly. That's it. I can't forget. I was never gay. Exactly.
Well,
and
the great thing
you're
about
done.
that is that you
can chase it around all you want after that.
You could pull up on somebody at the QT. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. You be at the Popeyes. It doesn't matter, dude.
You could cause a lot of problems with that bit.
You could literally call a place. You can call the HVAC place and be like, let me talk to Craig. And when Craig gets on the phone, be like, Craig, when I snap my finger, you were never gay. And then hang up.
You'll forget that you were ever gay.
And then you just hang up. And Craig's day is fucked.
Yeah. No, there was a certain part of it, too, the first time I saw it, where I was like, imagining myself being like in middle school and someone doing that and being really mad, but also like, wait, did it work? What don't I know about myself? Right? It's going to be in the back of your mind. It's not the front part. It's not the first thought.
You don't have to be in middle school to think that way.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Right. Did it work? Oh,
yeah.
God.
Well, you could have probably got me with that yesterday, realistically. Caught me in the wrong mind state. And
Well, I can just imagine me being in the right.
It would upset me so much just thinking about
but
it.
But in the right scenario, the right person saying that to the right other person with the right amount of beers and whatever else involved.
Yeah, there's so many.
The aneurysm that I would have had.
Yeah.
Like if we could have figured that out and said it to a person live.
I know it's what
the back of my head's hurting just thinking about it.
Yeah,
like,
it's the thing about that bit is literally that you're like, why didn't I have that?
That's right.
Why
there.
didn't I?
It's
have
been that right there
that?
since they invented the gay.
It's been there since two dudes ever started talking.
Yeah.
The first two dudes
Yeah.
ever started talking.
I mean, this is prior to BC, bro.
Yeah,
We're
this
talking,
joke could potentially have happened anywhere in human. Could have happened with a series of like clicks and whistles in early language.
Yeah, no,
where
for
you're like,
sure.
If I snap my fingers, you'll forget you were gay. And like,
No, wait.
no, what? I forget things all the time.
Yeah, that could have worked, and it
No.
will be able to work for eternity.
No, undoubtedly.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Dude, I was over here scrolling through my other training videos. I actually have some fascinating ones about like rules governing shrimp farming in the bayou. They're not funny at all, but they're fascinating.
Well, I should try to find some that are places that I actually worked at and see if those things translate.
Yeah, that would be good. I'm trying to find one to send us home. Coming off of blowing up, we're having a sophomore slump here a little bit, mostly because I forgot to record that other thing. Let's see here.
Customers first.
Perfect time. This is working at a grocery store.
I worked at Kroger.
And this is Jewel, which was sort of the Kroger of the Chicagoland area when I was a kid.
Customers first.
We have better hot dogs, but this is still just a grocery store.
First.
Okay.
I think people universally.
Oh, wait, so this place has hot dogs? Or Chicago has better hot dogs?
It's just a Chicago place, and I made a joke that didn't make any sense about hot
made
dogs.
sense,
Damn it, do I have to cut this out too?
No, you leave it in. You leave it in.
Oh, more of this will be left in than I would have wanted to. But this is a great training video to roll us out on.
The Jewel policy for behavior at the front end is the same as it is for all Jewel service and management positions.
What is the point of the terrible uniform? And being someone who worked in service industries and whatnot,
I can work this out.
Okay.
There was a time in American history, especially post-World War II, and really before that, where like, that thing where a woman goes, I love a man in uniform. It used to be like if you were wearing a uniform, it just meant you had a job.
Of any kind.
And I don't know where they went and why they went away, probably cost savings, but there was a time where like anybody who worked anywhere wore a uniform of some kind.
Yeah.
You know what I
true
mean?
enough. Yeah.
Like that. And this is, I don't know exactly when this is, probably the 70s, 80s, early 90s even. And eventually uniforms just became hideous.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the point would be it's sort of a buy-in. It's kind of how the military works. Like
It's a continuity thing, and I get why the corporate. I just don't. Why would they choose something so bad? Is my question. I get why you need a uniform.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, I don't know. They probably were like, let's also humiliate them a little bit.
Probably, yeah.
They're like,
Let's pay the minimum wage and also make them look
make-
absurd.
Yeah, that's probably as good an answer as any.
Customers first.
The customer comes first. Everybody can say that. But what does it mean?
Return of the Mac.
Let's start
Oh,
with the F.
I tried.
F stands for friendly. Well, here's a friendly situation. See what you think.
It was out of context the first time.
Fair.
Hey, what was the name of that place?
I need to put microphones on the porch.
They were there together.
Together?
Hey, you should have
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, that's what's great about this video is the bad employees are especially bad.
Being friendly among yourselves is one thing. Ignoring customers is something else. When you're among friends, being friendly usually begins with some kind of greeting or intro. Whenever a customer moves into your lane, that's your cue to say something.
Hi, how you doing today?
Is that a perm?
That seems very genuine. Everything that guy's got going on. Yes, he's rocking a perm, and yes, that was a totally normal way to say.
Is it just me, or does he not look very much like the same guy that was carving meat at at the Golden
Dude,
Corral.
he looks so much like that guy. That's another investigation. But he
Yeah.
does look.
I don't
like,
think it's the same guy, but they look very.
He
similar.
has a very similar thing.
Yeah.
He has similar facial structure. And a similar inability to communicate normally with human beings.
Yes.
Fair.
They might be brothers.
Might be aliens.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, did you find?
All of these people might actually not be human beings now that I'm
That
saying
guy doesn't
this
have lines
again.
between his teeth.
What? He doesn't?
He doesn't have perforations between his teeth, bro.
His teeth are like...
He just got big ass teeth.
They just ran out of
Everything
teeth.
you need today?
How do you like this weather?
Good morning. Would you like a cart?
See, that's a nice pin you're wearing.
Oh, I see you picked one of my favorites here.
Hi, Mrs. Martin. Good to see you again.
You only got one favorite?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good.
There's a lot of hits there. We got time. I need to see all of those greetings in a rush.
Lane,
again.
that's your cue
Just
to
imagine
say
going to the
something.
Piggly Wiggly and hearing this.
Hi. How you doing today?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, did you find everything you need today?
How do you like this weather?
Good morning. Would you like a cart?
Some of those sounded like threats. Like when the woman's like, how do you like this weather? She's about to be like, well, you shouldn't control it. Like,
Yeah, too bad.
Yeah, you did this weather. And you're like, what? Like, a lot of these seem like intros to.
Would you like a cart? Take a cart.
There's the one. There's one woman in this whole thing, the older woman who seems totally normal. She's like, "Hi, how are you today?" Everyone else unhinged.
Hi. How you doing today?
Hi, how are you?
That lady,
Regular.
Hi,
only
did you
normal
find
one.
everything you need today?
How do you like this weather?
Good morning. Would you like a cart?
See, that's a nice pin you're wearing.
Oh, I see you picked one of my favorites here.
Hi,
Eyes
Mrs.
are
Martin.
so
Good to
close
see you
together.
again.
The lasagna's my
The
favorite.
next point we want to make
They're
is
similar.
react.
Ooh.
Sometimes it's easier said than done.
Excuse me, I couldn't find the bean sprouts. Could you help me?
Bean sprouts? I don't know where they are. Do you, Steve?
Hey, I just bagged groceries. It's not part of my job.
Look, I got a lot of people here.
I think we're out of them anyways.
Come on through. You can go back and get them later.
Now, here's the professional way to...
I am not gonna lie though. Also, if that happens to you, you should have been able to find bean sprouts. Get out of here.
Well, also, she has a point. Come on through. You can go back and get them.
Right, because you're
There's
in
people
line.
behind you.
Bro, I couldn't even think about that.
Reactive.
She's asking the guy bagging groceries and the woman who's checking her out with a line full of people behind her where the bean sprouts are.
How dare you?
Yeah.
The lanes are labeled, lady.
Yeah, and also, hey, like she said, let's do this and then...
Let's pay for the Cheerios now.
Yeah, and we'll find
get you
out
some bean
about the
sprouts.
bean sprouts.
this situation.
Excuse me, I couldn't find the bean sprouts. Could you help me?
Would you like fresh or canned bean sprouts?
Canned.
I'll call the grocery department to find out what aisle they're in so you'll know next time you need them.
Or they could just be in the
But this
canned
lady,
veggie aisle.
yeah, this lady every time though, I feel like everything she says ends with her being like,
the neck stab.
yeah, yeah, fork in the eye. But also, imagine yourself in this scenario where things go correctly and you're behind this woman in line. Now, which customer? How are we valuing the intelligence of you? I found everything I needed,
Yeah.
and if I couldn't find it, I asked somebody
Before I got to the register.
before I got to check out.
Prior.
Yes,
Found all my stuff.
before I was in
Before
line.
I got in line, I found all the things.
Yep.
If I needed a bean sprout, which, I mean, I can't think of a reason why anyone would need one.
Yeah.
But if you needed a bean sprout, you find said bean sprout prior to lining
getting
up.
in line. No, it's a delicate balance here.
So her disdain for this lady is valid.
Facts.
But today I'll have somebody bring them up for you.
Thank you.
Today. Tomorrow, go fuck
If you
Here's
do this
another
again.
typical situation.
Wait a minute. That's not the sale price. It's supposed to be $2.49.
Oh, no, not again. It's the third time this has happened to me today. I don't know why they can't keep these prices straight. Now you're going to have to wait until we get all this straightened out.
Okay, again, to be fair, if I'm the customer and she does that, I'd be like, I feel you, lady. Work
Fair enough.
sucks.
Let's straighten it out. I need to save this $250.
Yeah, come on, we'll get serious together.
Yeah, come on over. We'll get serious together.
Super sage. But no, but to be fair, and you know, I understand when people are like, okay, that's enough of that. But when someone's having a bad day at work and something happens, they're like, man, I'm having this terrible day. I don't know why this keeps happening. I am often like, I feel you. Like, it do be like that. And this isn't your fault. Why can't they keep these prices straight? And then you like punch somebody and start a riot. Like that's
that sounds about right though. Because look at your boy behind you. He is not doing much.
Nope.
Hey, you service desk, can you get somebody over here?
Okay, that's not great.
No, that's not great.
Watch how the pros do it.
Watch the pros.
Wait a minute, that's not the sale price. It's supposed to be $249.
Let me call to verify the price. It'll just take a minute.
Let me get my phone out of my jacket.
She didn't make any commitment before she verified the price. She not only handled the situation correctly, she smiled.
She didn't make
That's
any
what the
commitment
S stands
to
for
giving
in
that sale
first.
price either.
Yeah, we ain't getting bilked out of that nickel he's complaining about. That's
and
for
we're
sure.
gonna get more profit.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it's 10 cents more now.
Yeah.
But it's not always easy.
Oh, excuse me, I have a rain check for that cake mix.
Terrific. Why didn't you give it to me before I rang it up? Now I gotta go back and make a correction.
See, now they're making my girl look unreasonable. Now they're coming up with fanciful situations.
She's being ridiculous.
Yeah. And then when she's not being ridiculous, she's being threatening.
I got a better
predicting.
idea. Why don't you save it for the next time, huh?
Let's try it.
I got a better idea, Regina. Save for the next time.
Yeah. As a matter
When
of fact,
I'm not working.
I'll bring the flower to your house. We'll get serious together.
Excuse me, I have a rain check for that cake mix.
Oh, let me see it. No problem, Mrs. Walker. I'll just take off the regular price and key in the rain check price.
See how she looked at her when she keyed in the rain check
You see
price?
how aggressively her arm went?
That
right
was
arm.
even. She's still, and to be fair to this establishment, she's still treating you to be like, should have told me that earlier, but I'll do it.
Yeah. And she did it quickly.
And key in the rain check price. See, here's the correction.
That
in
was
red
icy.
And the way I rang up the rain check.
And she's showing her on the receipt.
Yeah.
Don't even ask. Don't
You can
bring this
find
up
something
again.
to smile
before you
about
mention
in
this rain
almost
check.
every
Right here.
situation, if you're professional about it. Now, notice how the checker picked up Mrs. Walker's name right off the rain check. This is an excellent opportunity to add that personal touch to each customer.
If you are ever in an employee training situation at a retail entry-level job and you are taking notes,
I hope that's where you're going. Because,
this is exactly what I was, that should never happen to you.
Nah.
It
If
should
you're a note taker,
yeah,
you shouldn't be doing it at the Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, if you are someone who's concerned about your job, there's somewhere else for you.
Yeah.
And this isn't the Piggly Wiggly, it's Jewel. We're in Chicago right now.
No,
Stop saying Piggly Wiggly.
I'm sorry. That's where I was. That's just...
They don't. Piggly Wiggly could never.
This rings very Piggly Wiggly true.
Yes, no, the Jewel
Maybe
is
Food Lion-esque.
No, the Jewel is the Chicagoland version of the Piggly Wiggly.
Okay, thank you.
This should also be practiced
Win-Dixie.
whenever accepting a check for purchases.
Jewel Osco serving you better.
Unknowingly makes a mistake.
That's right. That's right.
KRGR Kroger Radio.
So fast.
What's wrong?
You see the sign?
So what?
Well, can you read it? You're not allowed in this lane. It's
what are you
10
doing?
items or less.
This again seems fair. Sorry, we were talking over it, but this is
It does seem fair. I
how
feel
to
like they
deal
would-
with someone who jumps in the express lane with a full cart of groceries.
You know how many times I've been with one rotisserie chicken and a 2-liter soda and trying to go home and enjoy
Yeah.
my life, and somebody's got 19 items and the 10 items or less.
Yep. Oh yeah. There's a part of me that goes, Jewel has an opportunity to do a service to
Makes a
society. I don't agree with everything this woman does, but here we go.
Hey, mister, not so fast.
What's wrong?
You see the sign?
So what?
Well, can you read it?
Don't you?
You're not allowed in this lane. It's
what are you
10
doing?
items or less.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
First.
What are we upset about
Here's
here?
how to handle it.
Excuse me, sir, but did you know that this is a lane for 10 items or less?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that.
He realized it.
He knew.
He
damn
was
sure
just
knew.
being a dick.
He didn't want to be in line.
Nope.
I'll check you through. But next time, as a convenience to the people in line behind you, please remember that the express lane is for 10 items or less.
Next time I'll remember. Thank you.
Yeah, except for it's a courtesy for the people behind him, except for also they would allow him right now to be like, do you know where bean sprouts are?
They damn sure would. So you go there with 2 items.
Yeah.
And then make everyone wait.
Yeah.
For the bean sprouts.
He could easily, though, go into the express lane with way too many items and then go, also, bean sprouts, you know where those are? And the person working there would have to forsake the entire line of people behind her to help this man. This gentleman is no spring chicken. If you can't sort that out, I'm actually entirely in favor of her throwing all your crap back in your basket and being like, go down to lane 2.
Yeah.
And before
figure it
you
out.
get there, find someone in the vegetables section and ask them
about the
goddamn bean sprouts. And like push his cart into the wall.
Yeah, that's
there's
what
just
it should
there's
get.
a part of this that I kind of get.
No. And the thing is, she's not wrong.
No, there are parts of this where she's out of line and being unprofessional. There are places in the world, the line at the grocery store being one of them, where I think they
You need
should
to get it together.
Yeah, they should be allowed to enforce.
Well, there's a
little bit.
comedian named John Panette that has a
Yeah.
bit about people going to McDonald's.
Yeah. Oh God.
And they're looking at the thing.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
And then you get to the front of the line.
And it's like, you know what the they
Yeah.
have. Just order what you get at McDonald's.
But this is very much a situation where I'm kind of okay with them enforcing the line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
What?
Thanks.
Look at this guy.
A smile can help a lot in handling tough customer situations. If handled correctly, customers understand. Sometimes an interruption
comment
is
needed there.
necessary to our customers, like when making a shift change or
Is this
picking
this
up
got
a
to be the
turn
early
in.
80s. This was a tough look era.
Joan, I've got a turn in for you.
Oh, thanks. Now you're gonna have to wait around until we count it up.
The best approach is to
gonna-
acknowledge
Is she
the
gonna
delay,
have to?
honestly and politely.
Mother, aren't you?
Excuse me, Joan. I have
Oh.
a turn in for you.
Oh, thanks. Excuse me, but I have to stop for a moment now and do some accounting.
Why would the store have a situation where the person working there needed to tell a customer, you're at the grocery store, you're checking out? The person at the counter should not ever tell you, we need to stop what we're doing here. I'm an accountant.
Yeah, I need to start counting this down.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
the
an
thing,
accountant.
that's why they have the thing at the end where it says this light is,
Yeah.
So you turn the light off.
Yeah.
And then by the time the people stop coming.
But even from the
But
store's
jerk-offs will get in your line.
Yeah, but even from the store's perspective, the answer to that question is you check that person out, not make them wait. The store is sending so many mixed messages here.
Yeah, no, you take that person's money and then
Yeah.
you count that money with the rest
Right,
of
with
the
the
money.
rest, what, like, but they're like, no, this is where we really get it in. If someone's in there trying to give us more money, you tell them to hang on a
Tell them to
second.
shut it down. We're accounting.
You're in line already. We'll take your money, but it goes in a different bracket than this money.
In a little bit of defense of this, they do this 40 to 50 times a day.
Grocery
with
stores
different
also
people.
install self-checkouts.
Yeah.
So whatever their motivation to do this is has nothing to do with customer service. It has to do with counting their money.
Of course.
And you should never be delayed. If the whole point of this is to not delay people, and that's what I'm saying, mixed messages. Don't delay people. Help this idiot find beans. Don't delay people. Let this guy with 20 items check out in the 10 item or
items.
less.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
Don't
just-
delay people.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the problem with retail and work like this in general is that they're just like, no, you just whatever you think to do the opposite and suck it up.
It'll just take a minute. I'll get you out of here right away. No problem.
You have to be sensitive to our policies and procedures as well as to the customer's needs. Now we get to our final letter. tea, which is for thank you. And here's where you have a heavy responsibility. You're in the best position to end the customer's shopping trip on a positive note.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could I please have paper bags?
I'm sorry too, lady. I've already bagged them. You want paper bags?
Please.
Here. You can have them.
No, that's obviously incorrect.
Yeah.
Let's look at
but
it.
also,
You could ask first.
it's a banger in some respects.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
listen, you have the opportunities at the store.
That's fine. You can leave.
As the store, you have the opportunity to be like, yeah, this is Jewel. We don't play that shit.
Yeah, and they're kind of showing you that a little bit.
Yeah, but but the first examples is sort of the way where you could run a neighborhood Jewel and be like, yeah, we don't fuck around. You want the hammer or you want to go home? You know what I'm saying?
Which
like,
one?
Hey,
Yeah.
like, oh, you didn't ask about bean sprouts, and then somebody like throws a can of beans in your head.
Yeah.
Like, you know
I
what
mean, if it's a what's it called, a franchise, you never know.
Yeah, the franchisee could be like, yeah, no, we don't do that
play
here.
That shit. We're doing the first example. On
Yeah,
the videos.
we're moving people through, and if you need to do a countdown, you tell that lady to cram it until you take that other person's money.
Yeah.
And if there's 10 people in line, she can stand there and wait, and we'll just check out all these customers.
Yeah, you tell Samantha to wait a damn second.
Yeah,
We'll get
exactly.
It done.
Yeah. Why is she flexing on you? You're the
Her hair's not growing anytime soon.
Yeah,
It's
you're
fine.
where the rubber meets the road. Don't let the manager who's like, you need to do that. No, you need to wait while we get the rest
Well,
of
we
this
take
money.
care of these people in their white slacks and their sweater vests.
Another way.
I'm sorry, sir. Could I please have paper bags?
Oh, sure. No problem, ma'am. There you go. And thanks for shopping with us.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for waiting until I put all of your groceries in plastic bags while you're standing here watching me do it,
To
and then you
ask me,
waited
yeah.
and
You
asked me
literally
for
watched
paper
me
bags.
Item by item.
Yeah.
Eggs, bread.
Yeah, doing it nice. Here's the stuff that goes in the freezer. Here's the stuff that goes, like a good grocery bagging
Separating,
situation, separating based on the normal configuration of a human being's kitchen. Paper bags, we don't. Here at Jewel, we don't play that shit.
You get one bag choice.
Yeah.
So you say it when you get in line.
Yeah. It's already happened.
Paper or plastic? You answer that goddamn question and you keep it moving.
Yeah, don't assume.
Betty.
She may have said plastic and then was like,
She
I
probably
changed my
did.
mind. Yeah, and if I'm running that grocery store and I want it running efficiently, do you know how many more
She
people
maybe
would
had a traffic jam in her mouth and was like, what the? And she thought she said people and it was
Do
wrong.
you know how many people, though, who would go to a grocery store like that who would appreciate it if it ran that way versus the tiny number of people who cause the problems? Most people.
If I heard the cashier tell
Yeah.
some idiot,
Yeah.
listen, you figure out where bean sprouts are before you get in line, dumbass.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, you're out of here.
If the lady at the Publix was like the soup Nazi,
Yeah.
I'd be there every day.
It would be.
It would be marvelous.
Yeah, there's what this training video is showing you how to do is to in the first part
Shop
they show
proper.
you
Sometimes
how to
the
run a
game
real
isn't over
grocery
until
store.
it's over. Watch how that service clerk ignores that customer he just finished bagging for. The more she struggles, the less he notices.
Hey, once they're bagged, I'm done.
Okay, they're doing this guy a little bogus, but
They're doing him dirty.
But also, if we're running that grocery store, you didn't get a cart. How'd she get all of those groceries up there, carrying kids around with no cart? How'd that even happen?
Don't make any sense to me. I don't think it's on him.
Nope.
Let's try for a slightly more professional finish.
Excuse me, ma'am. Let me help you. I'll take these bags to your car for you.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you.
No problem. Just our way of saying thank you.
And that guy is doing the Def Jam comedy version of how white people talk.
Yeah, for sure.
Entirely intentionally.
Yeah, of course.
And they were like, no, you need to do it. And he was like, oh, I got, there's
they're
a
like,
director.
keep your job here,
There
buddy.
was a director here being like, I think you could sound a little more professional. It's
really lighten it up.
Yeah, not a great time for this for this sort of training video.
Thank you so much.
Oh, but see, she has a cart here.
5 points. Friend.
Go back.
She didn't have a cart the first
I don't
time.
think she did. Go back. I just
No,
wanna see-
she
I
was just
wanna-
carrying it.
Yeah,
Game isn't
she was the
over
dumbass
until it's
before.
over.
Yeah.
There's
See?
no cart.
There's no cart. He's
ignores
just
that
handing
customer
her the
who just
bags.
keeps
This
bagging
lady
for
with
her.
bad
The
children
more she
and a bunch
struggles,
of
Yeah.
the
groceries.
less he notices.
Yeah, she's got 2 bags.
Hey, what's their bags?
She's got 2 bags.
Yeah. That was also, yeah, no.
I don't see any milk. No.
But see, now over
Excuse
here
me,
on the
ma'am. Let me
right,
help you. I'll take these bags.
there
to your car.
are...
There's a cart waiting.
Yeah, and it's full of bags.
Our way of saying thank you.
Like, that's like a cart of groceries, and then he's going to add groceries to
He's
it.
going to add a bag.
Yeah. But there's more groceries in that bag. He's got 2 bags. This is not the same scenario.
5 points.
Different trip.
Friendly, intro, react, smile, and thank you. It's customers first. That's the mark of a jewel professional. And
Now, did you have
that's
this
what
feeling when
sets
you went to
you
jewel
apart
shopping?
from the rest of the crowd.
Did you feel as though the customer was first?
It's customers first.
I'm almost certain I've been to a jewel that was just all the first part.
Yeah.
It was just,
I've never been to a jewel, and I'm certain you've been to a jewel that's all the first
and
part.
I think we've all been to a grocery store.
Yeah.
Except it's mostly the first part.
Yeah, and I kind of like
It's not
that.
the second. It's not the, like, it's like whatever. Like, it's not like, here's what the good kid does, and here's what the bad kid does.
There's no Chick-fil-A version of grocery stores.
No, not really. Publix is pretty close. It gets there.
Yeah, but Publix costs so dang much.
Yeah. You pay for, well, you don't pay for what you get, but you pay for something.
You pay for the choice and whatnot. So Korean death metal, that's an actual.
Yeah.
You can't understand him anyways.
Yeah, you can't understand what he's saying. But so this is a song I wrote.
Yeah.
I wrote a song and gave it to Suno. We'll close out with it. Man, it's got some moments.
Oh, I have not heard the R&B version. You told me that was the best version.
Yeah, there's a few of them, and I'll play my second favorite version.
Okay. Kind of lead up to the best.
This is like if it was like Veruca Salt or something.
I was once a toaster. I never meant to convince you that I was a flashlight. You burned your dick off. You burned your dick off. You burned our love away, but you also burned your dick off. It happened again. You forgot to put out the dick candle, my friend. Sympathy, but my give a fuck is empty. You can't stop burning your dick off. You can't stop burning your dick off. You can't stop burning your dick off. You burned your dick off.
Oh, yeah. All right. But this is when it becomes a hit.
Early 2000s.
Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of the Ministry of Silly Talk Podcast.
He's Graham.
He's Josh.
And Graham wrote this, not me. For legal purposes.
You burned your dick off. You burned our love away, but you also burned your dick off. It happened again. You forgot to put out the dick candle, my friend. I search for sympathy, but my give a fuck is empty. You can't stop burning your dick off. You can't stop burning your dick off.
You can't stop burning your dick off?
Burning your dick off.
How much dick you got?
You burned your dick off. You burned your dick off. You burned our love away, but you also burned your dick off.
It just gets catchier and catchier as it goes.
Increasingly great.
847-665-9238. Good night, everybody.